It's here. This sun is the proof of spring.
Niech ona sobie tu stoi.
Wiem.
In one of my recent vlogs, in the comments, Dave suggested, hello Dave, that I should probably tell a little bit more how I live without having a smartphone. Train. How I navigate around the city. You know the drill. All the modern things a human does in the 21st century. Bye-bye train. I am using a standalone GPS in my car. This is by design because I often go to places where I don't know the address and I don't want to note every turn on a piece of paper like a lot of people do. I am really in awe when I read those stories because I couldn't do it really. Having a paper map is okay if you go for a hike. But in the city, it's much better to have a possibility to navigate using GPS. And so I bought a used Garmin GPS. And this used Garmin GPS works very well. It doesn't have an internet connection, so I don't know what happens in the city where the traffic jams are, where something unexpected happens. But it really makes a difference of 5 to 10 minutes on 1 hour drives, and I also like the fact that it's permanently connected to my car, so I don't have to plug it, unplug it, but it's there. Another thing I was struggling with was my banking and two-factor authentication applications I use, and I did it like I mentioned in the vlog about using both a tablet and a dumb phone, and so I configured an old iPad mini to have just that. So there's my Philips Hue configuration for the lights at home. There is my two-factor authentication applications, and there are my banking applications on this iPad. Everything else is blocked. Everything else is blocked at the level of the system, so basically in screen time I have disabled internet browsers, the possibility to install apps and such things, and it works very well because the iPad mini is not so big that it's cumbersome to carry in one hand, but it's also too big to be put in a pocket. And so I have it at home or in my backpack if I go to the office, and it works because I have to be intentional when I want to use it. Dig into my backpack to take it out. Reflexive use is over. If I need to react to my overwhelm, to my stress, or to something like that, I am basically going into my pocket and I am picking up my paper notepad because it's the only thing I have in my pocket. I cannot pick my iPad since it's too big. And so this is how I manage to live with some apps I prefer to use on iOS but without an iPhone, and it works well for me. And the same goes for banking applications. You know, you don't need to have a notification each time that something happens on your banking account. And so it's sufficient for me that I have it on the iPad when I need to make a wire transfer or to check whether I have some money or not. In general, it's okay for those applications to be on my iPad. Hello, doggy. Woof, woof. So I told you, spring is coming. It's here. This sun is the proof of spring. And what about other applications? Well, one of the applications I use quite quite often is the PDF scanner. And so I installed ScanBot on the iPad mini, and it works pretty well. The camera is decent for making black and white PDFs. It's okay. But I think there is a niche on the tablet market because you can buy e-ink tablets which are excellent at battery life, etc. The problem is they don't have a camera. Like, there's no one model that has a camera. I would be very happy to see an e-ink tablet with a camera to be able to scan documents, for example. And I think Onyx could be the first to manufacture it. I think I have also a Wi-Fi management app on the tablet, and that's pretty much it. So there's not a lot of apps that I would be lacking on my Punkt. Although I still think that the MP03 should be with iOS. So Peter Nebi, please contact Tim Cook. I don't have his cell phone number, but I'm sure you can find it somehow. And for Bluetooth calls, I have this one. It's Jabra Freeway. It's something you can mount like this, and it works. It's also possible to transfer it between cars, which is nice. This is my media player, and this is the device I'm using for playing audiobooks from Audible. And it's a very fine audio player because it's small and it has Android, so it works with streaming services. And here I am in my garage. My daughter leads a very rich social life, and so she is at a friend's house, and I have to pick her up, and I'm sure she will not be willing to go home. That's how life is. Write a comment if you experience similar problems.